German. A.
JP, can you tell me what you're doing right now?
Oh, just writing lists of old country songs that I can hopefully sing in my sleep. I'll take them down to Santa's, a little trailer down by the fairgrounds where we like to get together on Sunday nights and play tunes. Go down there and prove to 20 to 45 people that I'm still playing old country music as best I can, so. All right. That ought to fill up some time. Let's boogie. I'm writing old songs in new style, just trying to stretch this country mile a little further on down the road. A housebroke tiger on a leash, too much pit, not enough peach for the record men to meet me on my terms. And meanwhile, the new revival fashionista. This is my very much work in progress fine finish room, which you can tell is just mostly piled with small tools and weird machines. And I got my first banjo when I was maybe, I don't know, 19 years old, 20 years old, something like that. And then I had already gotten into being a carpenter at that point. And of course, anything I got into, I wanted to learn how to build it. So, you know, wanted to learn how to fix houses, wanted to learn how to build houses. This is the first one I ever built. You can see the wear and tear on it. It mostly stays in tune nowadays, but yeah, it's been put through the ringer. This is probably, I don't know, a decade of getting pissed drunk and staying up till the sun came up playing old time music. It's this was the prototype for all the banjos that came to follow. The Big Bottom Special. That's what I called it. It's deeper than normal. That was kind of my whole bit. Kind of big thundery. I left home when I was 14 and just started traveling all over and living in squats and then, you know, riding freight trains all over the place. And that sort of evolved into this real DIY, like, okay, well, you know, if I want to live a more true model of what my values are, like I need to learn how to grow food and I need to learn how to cut wood and I need to learn how to build my own structures and, you know, be more self-sufficient, and eventually decided that I just wanted to go as far out in the mountains as I could. That sort of transitioned into probably 13 or 14 years living no power, no running water, you know. Hell, for 10 of those years I lived in places you couldn't even drive to in the wintertime, and I just got real used to it, and it felt sustainable and simple. After that, I got a job doing, you know, lumberjacking, but it was super hard, dangerous work. And it was like the themes of country music started correlating more to my actual life that I was living. It just really helped form a lot of my love for traditional music and just sort of general way I wanted to go about music. You know, everybody was always sharing food and sharing drinks and sharing tarps and everything. It's kind of like a world of music and musicians I've always felt really at home in, you know. I think even more than the one I exist in now professionally. I don't know if I'll ever find community quite the same as I found in that. Pretty cool. This van is enjoying its the perpetual destiny of all tour vans in Nashville, which is former tour vans turning into work vans. It's seen a lot of miles, lots of hangovers, probably some, you know, bad sweats. She's a good old girl, got a lot of life left in her, but somehow I just keep managing to cram more and more crap in this thing. It's just
the nature of the carpenter mindset. So this house was built in the early 20s, 22, 23, something like that. And we're adding in a period correct window. A lot of builders hate working with historic. They don't understand little historic minutia. I actually kind of like the challenge of creating a new detail that looks like it was always there. Is my driver in there? Oh, that's awesome. I got into historic restoration specifically just, I think, through an interest of old shit that had some life left in it. I think the idea of restoring old buildings, it imparts this sort of sense of like generational responsibility, I feel like. And I think I carry that semblance in a weird way into country music, that I'm not just trying to preserve one era of country music or one sound. I want it to feel like it fits in this greater arc of musical tradition, but I don't want it to just be a really good replica of something that came before me. I want it to be I want to have my own little thumbprint on it, you know? So the two are very important to each other. And when I get pissed off of working too many hours doing carpentry, I can't wait to get in a van and drive around and play shows and dive bars for a couple of months. So it's the two halves of my brain. There we go. All that van for a guitar and an amp. It's my commuter because my grocery getter.
To shoot where they dammed up the river, buried the farm back before my time, and now there's nothing left from a young boy's memory but a flag stop and a 5 and dime.
And I fixed that house, and I've been working on that house right there. Once, years ago, I drove all the way from Vermont to California to build a weed barn for somebody. Which was definitely not worth all the effort, but, you know. Oh, look, we got old Ditch Curts tonight. There's my boy. There he is. Oh, we got some hollerers. It'll be a colorful night at Santa's.
Alright.
Yeah.
We are Santa's High School Pickers doing good old country music every Sunday, 7 to 9. We are playing for tips. If you like what you hear, we got a tip jug right there. Yes, hip to tip. Over here doing most of the singing and guitar picking tonight, ladies and gentlemen. One of our favorite people. And he is the man that can fix everything except your problems. Would you please give it up for the one, the only, J.P. Harris!
Thank you. I think when I was younger, I had this idea that I would somehow get to a point with my music career where I wouldn't have to bang nails and fix old houses anymore. And I think I would probably lose all semblance of inspiration if all I did was ride around, hang out in stanky green rooms and play on the same dirty rock bar stages every night. So I don't know. I think I'm always gonna have to budget time to do this as part of my living. It just keeps me sane. So, you know, it'll be good. I'll just create higher demand through scarcity. You're gonna have to offer me a lot to get me to put my hammer down and play music.
I had a girl called her Memphis Magnolia. She worked at the bar swinging round on a boat. I were no gent, she weren't no lady as a good old mule, but my heart caught the kitty. Could have done worse and she could have done better. Write it all down in one last love letter.